project I chose was on Bitdefender Trafficlight, and here you can see I downloaded it to my Chrome extensions. What Bitdefender Trafficlight does is it says that it will protect you against malware, it also protects against phishing and fraud attacks, while letting you know if there are any trackers that are identifying and recording your behavior. As you can see on the Bitdefender Trafficlight page itself, there are no trackers detected on their site. Here are some of the features. There's not a very wide variety of selections you can choose. You can just turn on or off the basic features. I also headed over to Facebook's page to see if there are any trackers and looked at their feedback option, but there's really nothing there to it. So I wanted to find somewhere that there was a tracker. The page I headed to, it was actually being tracked by Facebook to get feedback for their site and probably recommend ads to people. Another tracker I was able to identify was called Porn Score. I then went on to check what permissions this application actually asks you to give to them. One of it, which was to display notifications for you, which is obvious why that one would be needed by this application, because it needs to alert you and let you know where it is safe to go. They also ask you to access all of your data for any website you go on to, which makes sense in some aspects, but it says that they keep your usernames and passwords whenever they do this, which doesn't make sense whenever they're not supposed to be invading your security and are also supposed to be looking out for phishing attacks that would be after this sort of information. Another thing they wanted to access was your browser tabs, which maybe there were more reasons why an extension might ask for this, but for the reasons listed, it doesn't really make sense for this application's purpose. I went on to review some of the feedback that people have given this application, and I went to see if maybe some of these responses were outdated. So I checked to see if what they had said still worked. In this case, what they said was not still true, because the search result on Chrome was the same as Firefox, where there was only one that wasn't green. So I went on to check the link scanners. They're obvious on the front page of Google, but I don't see any implemented on any other websites. So I clicked links on Facebook. It doesn't really identify them as clear or not, as if they're safe. I then searched up how it works with dealing with malware. I found this video, which I will make sure to cite in my write-up, where this guy put in links that should open exe files straight to malware, but none of them open or download. It just says that Bitdefender blocks this page, which means it's pretty successful with dealing with malware. I then went on to see if using the application would slow down or take up more of my CPU space. Initially, I expected that it would, but it didn't seem to take up any more than when it was disabled. I then went on to Twitter to check if the links would be identified as safe or not. It didn't really make it clear as to whether or not it was safe, but it did show me that Facebook is a rather common tracker throughout the sites that I had been on. So overall, that was what I learned about Bitdefender Trafficlight. Thank you for watching.